If this is one of those days, I'm really glad you're here. This is Collaborate, where joy becomes your foundation. Not the loud kind of joy, but the kind you build, piece by piece, after life changes everything. I'm Francene, and I'm walking this with you. If you were here in the last episode, you heard where this journey began. Today, we're stepping into what it actually looks like to live inside it. There are days after loss, after everything shifts, where getting out of bed feels like too much. Not dramatic, not loud, just heavy. This episode is for those days. Not to fix them, but to help you stay with yourself inside them. If this feels familiar, you're not alone in it. And nothing about this means you're doing it wrong. There were days I didn't want to get out of bed, but I did anyway. Not because I wanted to, but because I didn't know what else to do. And even then, it didn't feel brave. It felt empty, like I was moving my body forward while everything else stayed behind. It wasn't strength. It wasn't motivation. It wasn't hope. It was the absence of another option. People don't always see those days or what it took to get there. That moment before your feet hit the floor, when everything in you is asking, how am I supposed to do this again? Not the whole day, not forever, just this morning, this moment, this version of my life. I remember waking up, and for just a second, everything was quiet. Then it would come back. The awareness, the loss, the reality that nothing was the same anymore. That moment between waking up and remembering, it happens over and over again, every single day. And that was one of the hardest parts. Grief doesn't always feel like crying. Sometimes it feels like moving through something thick, like everything takes more energy than it should. Even simple things, getting dressed, answering a message, deciding what to eat. Things that used to be automatic suddenly feel overwhelming. There were moments that didn't look like strength at all. I remember sitting in my car, gripping the steering wheel and just screaming. Not words, just sound. If you've had a moment like that, you're not broken. That's grief looking for somewhere to go. After moments like that, there's often a quiet that follows. It's not peaceful, just empty. I remember standing in a grocery store, somewhere ordinary, when suddenly nothing felt ordinary anymore. I couldn't hold it together. Tears right there in the middle of everything. In those moments, there's this awareness that the world is still moving while yours feels like it stopped. No one prepares you for that part. The moments that don't fit neatly into anything. The ones that feel messy, unpredictable, and completely out of your control. It can feel like something is wrong with you. That doesn't mean you're falling apart. It means you're feeling something that's too big to stay contained. People will say, stay strong. Take it one day at a time. You'll get through this. Those words aren't wrong, but on days like this, they don't always land. You're not thinking about getting through this. You're thinking about getting through the next hour. You don't have to believe those words today for them to matter later. Strength on those days looks very different than what we've been taught. It's not being inspirational. It's not saying the right thing. It's not proving you're okay. It's not pushing through. And it's not having a positive mindset. It's quieter than that. It's sitting up when everything in you wants to stay down. It's putting your feet on the floor, even when you don't feel ready. Some days, just getting through a moment feels like too much. And other days, you surprise yourself. You do one small thing, and it creates just enough space for the next one. I remember standing in my kitchen, holding a cup of coffee, because that's my thing, not really tasting it, just holding it, feeling the warmth in my hands, because it was something I could actually feel. The steam rising, the quiet of the room, the fact that I was still there, even if I didn't feel like myself. That was enough for that moment. Not better, not healed, just here. Not because it fixed anything, but because it reminded me I was still capable of feeling something. If that's where you are, where the day feels too big, where even starting feels like too much, I want you to hear this. If you're listening to this while lying in bed, or sitting in your car, or pausing before you walk into something you don't feel ready for, or if you've had a moment today where you didn't recognize yourself, I want you to know I see that space. I know what that feels like. And that doesn't mean you've lost yourself. You are not doing this wrong. You are not behind. You are not failing at healing. You are in the middle of something hard, and being in the middle doesn't feel like progress. It feels like surviving. And sometimes surviving is the bravest thing you can do. Joy doesn't show up all at once. It doesn't arrive as a feeling first. It starts as something small, a moment where the weight lifts just slightly, a breath that feels a little easier, a second where you're not thinking about everything. Joy is not something you lost. It's something you rebuild. Some days, the win is simply that you stayed, and that counts more than you think. So today, don't focus on getting through everything. Just focus on one thing: sitting up, taking a breath, holding something warm in your hands, stepping outside, even for a moment. Let that be enough. I want to come back to something we started in the last episode called Say Their Name. At the end of each month, we'll hold space for the people we carry in our hearts. I invite you to share their name with me anytime that feels right. Email me at ms.treasure@collaborate.com. Just their name, or one sentence about who they were to you. That's enough. So we can remember them together. If this is one of those days, I'm really glad we found each other. This episode isn't about fixing the hard days. It's about learning how to stay with yourself inside them. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to take the next step. We're going to walk through this together, one conversation at a time. I see you. If you're rebuilding, one piece at a time, follow Collaborate wherever you listen to podcasts and be part of the conversations ahead.